Hello and welcome back to the Battle Room. My name is Colin. Once again, we have another Draft League match. So first things first, we have to take a look at our opponent's team. So Viz's team is pretty focused on Porygon Z, and then the idea of Indeedee supporting either Alakazam or like Gengar, Bisharp, something like that. It's definitely focused on having Porygon Z sweep as the max, and then Indeedee supporting that in any way it can. So I was really nervous going into this match. I thought, hey, it's very obvious what he wants to do, but that doesn't make my life easy. I don't have a lot of good answers to Porygon, really. I don't have a really strong fighting type that's faster than it, and I also don't have, many options to just one-shot Indeedee and get around that. So I imagine Viz would bring a team consisting of like Indeedee, Porygon, probably Dracovish, maybe Gengar, Bisharp, maybe Slurpuff, just because I am potentially running Como. That's like the one thing I have to beat Porygon Z, and it's really telegraphed, so potentially Slurpuff, and then maybe Landorus. I think it really could bring anything. I don't expect to see the Pikachu or the Alakazam really, but, going into this one, it is really, really scary. So let's take a look at my team. So first off, looking at the team, I thought, hey, Zapdos looks incredible here. The main way to beat Zapdos is going to be that Porygon Z. So Zapdos is going to be my knight in shining armor here, able to carry me through this game. I decided to outspeed Porygon Z, Modest PZ, by 1 point, I believe. And then I put the rest into bulk so I could live 2 Hyper Beams from Porygon Z. The Assault Vest is carrying me, and that's going to be the way that I'm going to be able to survive this hit, and I'm going to be able to navigate this matchup here. So Thunderbolt, Hurricane, Heat Wave, U-Turn. Thunderbolt is obvious, electric coverage. Hurricane is my Airstream. Heat Wave is my fire move, just in case I need to hit Bisharp next to follow me. And just being able to hit anything that's potentially low health next to Indeedee is big. And then U-Turn to weaken the special attackers, because his team is very, very special attacker focused. As I mentioned earlier, the spread allows me to survive Hyper Beam twice. Which is great, especially because we're probably going to be max and going to be getting hit with that. So I want to be able to live it twice so I can potentially set up. So next up, we have Choice Scarf Como. This is my way to beat PZ mainly. Being able to outspeed Gengar is really important, just so that I'm able to potentially stop Icy Wind shenanigans, because I don't want to get slowed down first. So I decided that these two would be my lead, because if I bring Hatterene, it's very likely that he'll be forced to lead Gengar to imprison me. So I thought, hey, Gengar plus Porygon Z seems like the most optimal and like the lead that I'm gonna see. So I wanted to have a Pokemon that would outspeed Gengar, and Choice Scarf Como was it. Bulletproof, so I don't get hit with Shadow Ball. EQ to hit Gengar, Close Combat to hit PZ, and then just 2 Dragon coverage moves in case I needed to hit anything. The AV spread is really simple, max attack, so I can do as much damage to BZ as possible, and then enough speed to outspeed Gengar. This Como is really, really specific to fighting PZ, so hopefully it pays off, but that's really all it's good for. Next up, we got Ferrothorn. Their team is very, very physical heavy. We got stuff like Conkeldurr, we have stuff like Gengar, and what did I say? We have stuff like Conkeldurr. We have stuff like potentially Landorus, and they basically have no fire moves. So I'm thinking Ferrothorn, he might be able to carry this one. So I'm with leftovers. I need to live as long as possible. Iron Barbs is the only ability I can really choose. Iron Defense, Body Press, Leaf Seed, Protect. It's a very, very standard set, and I think it does what it needs to do. I just want to try to checkmate stuff like Gengar, stuff like Conkeldurr potentially with Iron Defense. So that's the main thing here. I think Ferrothorn could potentially be really good here, because I don't see many fire moves on the team. Next up, we've got our good friend Nihilego. This one's pretty simple. Power, Meteor Beam, Sludge Bomb, Dazzling Gleam, Protect. I want to be able to hit Conkeldurr super effectively, and also just having this little coverage could be useful. Again, Indeedee is a big Pokemon here, and being able to get around that is huge. For the spread, I outsped base 100s, or Landorus by 1. Landorus is 101. Outspeed Landorus by 1. I live a Sucker Punch from a Banded Bisharp, and the rest is put in a special attack. Very simple stuff. I wanted to have a Trick Room mode. I don't think I'll bring Hatterene at all, but this is to really scare him and try to keep him honest so that he might have to lead Gengar in Game 1. So I went with a Focus Sash set with Magic Balance, Expanding Force, Dazzle, Helping Hand, Trick Room. My idea here is probably just going to be, if I needed to bring it, I want Helping Hand, so I can just Helping Hand turn 1 and not actually try to set up Trick Room, and just try to use Hatterene as a bait, basically. But if I want Trick Room, I do have Sash, and so I can try to potentially set it up. That's the main plan. I do have Fake Out on Blastoise as well to help set it up if need be. So that's the main reason of Hatterene, is to scare my opponent. Blastoise, Pretty simple mon here. Got Life Orb, Torrent. I went back for the physical set just because I want a mon that can punch. I wanted a mon that could be able to Earthquake Gengar, and also I wanted a mon that could Ice Punch Landers right in that face. I wanted it to be a little bit more self-sufficient and not rely on Max, but having a decent Max option with Max Strike, Max Cannonade, and then Earthquake, Max Quake, and Ice Punch. Earthquake could be really huge here too, just for Max Quake boosts. So this is the team. I hope it can carry us through and get us into playoffs. That's the goal. But anyways, let's see if we can do it. Let's see what we got here. So we have Slurpuff, Alakazam, Indeedee Landers, Ditto, and Gengar. So no Porygon Z, which was the thing I was stressing about the entire time. Okay. So this makes it a little weird, a little different. Slurpuff is definitely something I'm a little bit afraid of, but that's okay. The Como plan, while I was really excited to use Como, I don't think it's super good here. This is like mostly special attackers. Almost all of them might be. I think we still just go crazy with Zapdos. That's our plan, and that's what we do. A little bit of expanding force spam. Okay, this is winnable. I'm gonna go Zapdos plus Turtok lead. I do like this in the back. I think we'll try to checkmate with Ferrothorn in the end game. I think this is fine. It's a little scary because there is no PZ, and I was really afraid of PZ. So it's a little bit different, but I think we can adapt regardless. And I think Zapdos with Assault Vest is still looking incredible versus these Pokemon. Yeah, I don't even know if we have to actually max Zapdos necessarily. I think Blastoise could be an equally viable max. I would like to gain some speed though, try to take over the game that way. But yeah, let me check Alakazam's speed really quick. Sticking with Indeedee Alakazam, sure. Into Zapdos, the formerly buff, and Turtok the gorgeous. Couldn't be a better lead here. I mean, there could be, but they're gorgeous, they're buff. We're ready to go. I don't even think they have to max Alakazam. That's the one of the downsides here is like Alakazam can freely kind of just do what it wants, and we have to deal with that. But getting Airstreams could be really valuable. I think that's what we're gonna try to do here. We're gonna go for Airstream and EQ. I think it's the best. I think we can feel out what our opponent's going to do. See, get an Airstream. One Airstream should be fine. We should be able to hurt the flow of the game a little bit just by giving ourselves speed. And if we have speed, we have a chance to win this game. So speed control is always super valuable. There's nothing they can really do to change the speed control outside of Slurpuff's Unburden. That thing will always move first. But I think this is fine. We're not going to see a max from them. They go for Expanding Force. I hope Turtok lives this. Turtok does take this. So we're going to lose Turtok for Alakazam, which I think is worth it in the end. Okay, Alakazam does live. Let me run a calc really quick. I want to see how much I'm doing to Indeedee with U-turn. Zapdos. And we're going to get this Earthquake off, which is kind of cool. Turtok gets a KO. Indeedee female. Because we might go for we see Light Screen. Oh, interesting. Okay, I mean like Turtok doesn't mind that. Let's see how much U-turn. Max Flurby is doing about 39 to 47%. Okay, it's not the best, but it is doable. If we're lowering something special attack, it could be extremely valuable. Extremely valuable. We have a speed boost on Turtok as well. I think that was a worthy turn. Light Screen is a really cool tech. I think Light Screen is one of the best moves against my team. So I like the Light Screen there, but I think it favors us because Turtok, he gets to hit one more time, and that boy is physical. He's physical, so that's what we like to see. Thank God for physical Turtok. Killing Alakazam isn't like super like. So our game plan has to be focused around the end game with it has to be focused around an end game. With Ferrothorn, that's got to be our plan here. I'm going to go for Max Flutterby, and then I'm just going to go for this nice liquidation into Lando. I don't think we have to think too hard here. I could target Indeedee because Lando could protect here. But if they do that, am I fine? I could be fine. I would be fine. I think we just do this. Because I want to go for Flutterby because I think it's really cool. And also it weakens Landorus, and our end game is Ferrothorn. So we weaken Landorus now, and then we'll be able to win with Ferrothorn, ideally. What's coming in here, though? Gonna be Ditto. That's fine. So Landorus has to be their max in the end game. They could go for like a Cannonade or something, but I don't think that's a big deal. Okay.
transform into Turtok. We're going to hit him with the Flutterby. This is good. This is good. There won't be another Airstream, so that's good. Indeed, he does hang on. I wish I went for the water move, because we would have just locked up the game if we targeted Indeedee. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's not a huge deal. We're lowering special attack. We know Ditto's the last Pokemon, so Ferrothorn does have a pretty, somewhat decent shot of winning the game by itself. We're going to see Expanding Force here. Come through. Turtok, buddy. You did great. You did great. You did a lot of damage, all things considered. And then... there are 3 Pokemon left. Okay. Okay. It sucks that we don't get a Flutterby onto Lando, because that would make the Ferrothorn endgame complete. But the situation is not bad. We do have a potential Earthquake here. They could max. Maybe I should have just went into Ferrothorn, but that's okay. I think I can just pivot. And I think that's what I'll do. I'm just going to Airstream and Ditto. Leaving Indeedee alone is fine. We're AV. So I think I have a new plan. Well, it's not a great plan. We'll have to see. This is weird. This is a weird endgame. This is a weird endgame. Quick Claw. Okay, I'm really, really happy I didn't do anything with Nihilego there. Tentacruel, the 10 to 10. The Ferrothorn comes in. Ferrothorn comes in there. That's good. Quick Claw. I don't have Protect on that Blastoise, which is awesome. They go for EQ. They're going to kill their own Pokemon. I think. No. He doesn't do a lot of damage. Alright, cool. Indeedee's dead. So, that's okay. Because now we know that their Blastoise can't protect. So Blastoise dies for free, and then it's a matter of if Ferrothorn can beat the Landorus in the 1v1. Which I'm not sure about, because it's Ferrothorn. And I don't fully trust Ferrothorn. We don't have a lot of special defense. That's the real kicker here. But I think with Protects back and forth, we might be able to take the hits. We'll have to see. This Ferrothorn is the Leech Seed one, so like I think it gives us the best odds here. So we're going to just kill Ditto, like get this guy out of here, and then we're just going to go for a Leech Seed onto Lando. I think that's the best play, honestly. I have to be a little bit careful about Leech Seeds, because I can't make like a U-turn Leech Seed play, because it could actually mess us up. I think they max Landorus. If they don't max Landorus, the game is just over. I wonder how the max with Ditto works. It's Quick Claw Ditto, which is important. But I think Landorus is the max here. It's going to be Lando. Makes sense. We're probably just going to max Quick Ferrothorn. And then we're just going to Hurricane spam. That's our best bet. Try to get Confusions, try to protect our Ferrothorn maybe. We'll have to see. Let's see what happens here. Thunderbolt will just kill Blastoise, I'm pretty sure. Ooh! Ooh, it hangs on. I don't think it's a huge deal, but it is kind of obnoxious for the Ice Punch to come through here. It won't kill us, but it does potentially... It could kill us next turn with a Quick Claw proc. Even though Static does proc, which is appreciated. Max Knuckle into Ferrothorn. What kind of set is this? What could that be? That could be like Hammer Arm, right? I'm going to have to look up this guy. Because I don't fully know what it does. Team Builder. Alright. Landorus is seated though. Landorus. Like, I think it's like Hammer Arm. It could be. Does it get Focus Blast? Because then it does get Focus Blast. So it still could be physical here. I think we can live another one. If it's physical, then Ferrothorn's like golden. It's chilling. But I guess I'll go for Heat Wave. Go for potential burn. Not a big deal. And then I'll go for Iron Defense. I think I'll go for Iron Defense here. I don't want to try to protect here. If it's not going for max Quakes, though, I do know that Nihilego has the ability to one-shot Landorus. And if it doesn't have Airstream, it could have Airstream, it could go for Fly. We don't know. That could be concerning, too. It's going to go for Knuckle again into Ferrothorn. I wonder, this has got to be, that's got to be, my guess is that has to be, Hammer Arm. I think it's physical. Because if it was special, Ferrothorn would take way more damage because I'm bold max defense. So this is physical Landorus, which is fine. Fine by me. I appreciate that, honestly. And I think Nihilego does get the one-shot as long as it doesn't have Fly. If it has Fly and gets one Airstream, we could be in trouble. We could be in trouble. That's my only fear at this point. I believe Ferrothorn can live another hit. Weirdness disappears. Okay. There's no max Quakes either, which is awesome. So I'm just going to go for good old Hurricane. Do some damage here. And then I will protect Ferrothorn, because protecting Ferrothorn is what I need to do. The situation does look pretty good, though. Because I think we'll live Max Knuckle, and if it goes for Max Knuckle, that means it's not going for Fly. And then if we stall out Light Screen, I can kill it with a Meteor Beam. If my calcs are correct, which I don't think my calcs are messed up at this point. Well, if my calcs were messed up, the damage I've already done to Landorus is way too much that it should just win. Hurricane. That feels AV, though. Let me see. Max Airstream. Oh, that sucks. Airstream is a little bit concerning. It will be in a Ferrothorn, though. That was a crit. That had to be a crit. There's no way it kills me. Yeah, it's crit. No. That's so bad. That's so bad. That critical hit is costly. That critical hit is costly. Oh, man. That sucks. The crit there is unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. This turn is a little weird because they do have, like, I do have Leech Seed on the thing. I could set myself up for a decent spot here. I think they're just going to go for Rock Slide. I'm going to attack with Nihilego. This may seem a little risky. It may seem a little incorrect because they're just going to press Ground Move, right? But I think there's a chance they just go for Rock Slide, kill Zapdos, leave my Nihilego alone, play the odds. Oh, man. If the crit didn't go through, though, I felt very confident just because I think this thing isn't going to have a lot of spread moves that are going to stop Ferrothorn. Like, Ferrothorn would just won because I think this is physical. Hurricane, I am faster, so Hurricane hitting is really nice. Confusion would be amazing. It's going to go for Rock Slide like I predicted. Zapdos avoids, which is big. That's big, but how much does this do in Nihilego? It does half, so I do need to move here. We move, but can we hit this Meteor Beam? If we hit the Meteor Beam, we're in the money. We're in the money. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on, Space Jellyfish. You can do it, buddy. You can hit this move. Why does the move miss? Who's to say? But we're going to hit the move right here, right now, baby. That's game one. That's what we like to see. Oh, my gosh. Landorus is out of here. We're up 1-0. We need to win this week again. This is super important for playoff chances. I think if we lose, there's no hope. But if we win, there's all the hope in the world, baby. We take game one on that nice, crisp Meteor Beam KO. Thank God I attacked. Let me tell you. All right, so that's game one. I'm feeling confident. All right, game two, baby. Again, thank you, Pato, for the teams. How you doing, buddy? I'm going to reply to you this time. But that was a great game one. Couldn't have gone better. Man, okay, this is scary. I'm glad we know how much Turtok can take from Alakazam. That's good. Turtok was actually way more important and way more valuable than I expected. Like, the game plan doesn't seem bad just to run it back, but I just don't know how they change it up that really causes me a lot of issue. The speed control from Zapdos was incredible. Zapdos looks incredible here regardless. I do have to be afraid of this physical Landorus. Zapdos could get slammed by it, but then we just max Blastoise. It's not a huge deal. I like Tentacruel. I like Ferrothorn. I'm going to run it back with the same mons. I think it's on him to adapt to us, but at the same time, it's a little scary. I'm not going to lie. But now that we know that Landorus is physical, I would have made a different play where I would have Iron Defense instead of Leech Seeding, because then I would have gotten ahead of the curve and could have Leech Seeded later and taken less damage. So, like, having that knowledge does let me play that endgame better in this game, which is good. We do have the information. It's going to be in DD Ditto. He's just risking the... He's just like, I'm going to try to grab the one I want. We'll see which one I get. I guess it's Zapdos. So he just grabs the right one. I guess I should have changed up which ones I was going to click first. He just read which one I was leading. If Blastoise was there, that would have been way better for me. But at the same time, Zapdos isn't really a huge threat to my guys. If they max Zapdos, potentially, it's a little bit of a problem. Which I think they want to do. I think they just want to take speed control and just try to take over that way. That would be my guess. Right? That makes the most sense to me. But then I could just switch into this. Or I could fake them out. Like, that's the thing. I will need this guy. Well, if they max Zapdos, then I feel much more confident in my Nihilego endgame. Because I could just bring Nihilego in. Let's just Airstream and then go for Liquidation. Let's kill Indeedee. That's my plan. They're going to go for the Quick Claw. So let's see if they're maxing or what's going on here. You can max Ditto, right? I haven't played against a lot of Ditto. They get the Quick Claw, though, but the Quick Claw shouldn't kill Blastoise. Blastoise is a naturally very bulky Pokemon. Even though we're pretty aggressive set, I think it's naturally a pretty bulky Pokemon, and I just believe in Turtok at this point. I would trust Turtok with my firstborn child if needed. They're going to go for Hurricane into Blastoise. Kind of a crazy play. Really crazy play, actually. That was a really, really kind of strange play. I don't know. I guess it covers for like a Ferrothorn switch, which I don't think they wanted to commit to Heat Wave. Hurricane kind of meets in the middle with a little bit of accuracy change. But this looks amazing for me. We're going to KO a Pokemon turn 1, and Indeedee's down. And Indeedee's a problem. Indeedee's annoying. Fuck Indeedee. So Indeedee's dead. And so as long as Quick Claw doesn't activate again, Blastoise should have put a lot of pressure onto whatever comes in, whether that's Alakazam, Zapdos, whatever it may be. Not Zapdos, Landorus. It's going to be Slurpuff. Okay. We don't really put a lot of pressure on that guy, but that's okay. I think we just... Okay, so it's Psychic Seed. It's obnoxious. I think Slurpuff is definitely a threat here. Kind of obnoxious Pokemon. I'm going to go for Airstream, kind of see what Slurpuff can do to me. And then... I could have faked out Zapdos for an amazing turn 1. And then I think I'll go for... I need to kill Zapdos, actually. Killing Zapdos is a big deal. I'll Ice Punch Zapdos. Might as well. Because Zapdos does have access to Heat Wave. So we're going to move faster than Slurpuff, even though it is unburdened. And we're going to do a really good chunk. Was that a crit, or like, is Zapdos just that awesome? I think he's just that awesome. That's what the vibe I'm getting here. Holy crap. And then we're going to see Ice Punch come through onto Zapdos, which is incredible. It's down half now. That's a good turn, if I've ever seen one. Calm Mind Slurpuff. Gamers. What is that? What? Oh my gosh. So this thing's got really bulky special defense. They didn't get a Blight Screen though, but okay. That thing is scary. And we're going to see Thunderbolt come through onto Blastoise. I'm really glad they didn't get the Quick Claw there, because losing Blastoise would have been awful. That would have been bad. Not a good situation for me. But it doesn't matter now, because we can get a Nihilego. And we know how fast Slurpuff is, that it's actually slower than Nihilego at +1. So that's fine by me. So we're able to freely just go for Airstream onto Slurpuff. And I'm going to Sludge Bomb Slurpuff. I want to kill Slurpuff. Because we know that Zapdos outspeed Slurpuff at +1, so Nihilego will be able to. The scariest play here is a U-turn with my own like the Ditto U-turns one of my Pokemon, so that it can copy my Nihilego, and then my Zapdos is a little bit more afraid of that. But at the same time, as long as Slurpuff goes down, and I think like Ferrothorn can beat the Landorus in the endgame, because now we know to just Iron Defense. So the situation is looking pretty good though, still regardless. Especially because there's no Light Screen. So Nihilego has the ability and capability of one-shotting non-max Landorus. But I guess Landorus would max. Yeah, okay. It's kind of a weird endgame still, but I still believe in Ferrothorn, regardless here. Especially because Zapdos is like in a weird spot, the enemy Zapdos. Like, because if Zapdos stays in, then I can kill it really easily. But if it switches out, then Ferrothorn is winning the game. We're going to see a max here. From which Mon? Interesting. I think it has to be Slurpuff, which I'm not sure if we're actually going to be able to KO. But that does mean, depending on the moveset, it does mean that Nihilego now one-shots Landorus Eye, if it's in fact the last Pokemon. Oh man, this is stressful. This is a stressful game. Alright, Airstream comes through. Now I don't think we kill Slurpuff. Unless we like crit it. We have to crit it. But a max on Slurpuff feels pretty good to me. I'm content with that. Because both my Pokemon are... Ferrothorn does kind of beat Nihilego really strong. Okay. Sludge Bomb does good damage. Is there poison? There's not. They go for max Overgrowth. I wonder if this kills Nihilego. I would think with Thunderbolt for sure, but does this... Oh my gosh, that does nothing. It's neutral. I kind of forgot about that. Grass move. What grass move does Slurpuff get? Like, what is that? It's got to be like Energy Ball. It could be anything, really. Grass comes in, though, and they're going to go for T-Bolt. Oh my gosh, Nihilego is amazing for this. Probably Energy Ball, because it's Calm Mind. Kind of has to be. And we live that turn. So we should live another Thunderbolt, I would guess, as well. And Zapdos is like in a really good position, because Zapdos can pick up KOs whenever it needs to. So what I think I'll do here is Thunderbolt, kill Ditto. I want to kill Ditto more than anything. And I'll Sludge Bomb Slurpuff. Killing Ditto is way more important than killing Slurpuff at this point. Quick Claw. Man, okay. That's okay. That's okay. Will it kill Nihilego? I wasn't actually fully paying attention. I was fixing my mouse. It doesn't kill Nihilego. Nihilego, you god. You god. Oh my gosh. Thunderbolt kills Ditto. Oh my gosh. Nihilego surviving with 1 HP. That's one, baby. That's one. Slurpuff goes down. Oh, I can taste the victory. There's no way we lose this game now. Oh, I think we win 100%. Beast boosting. Oh man. Zapdos was magnificent in every single way here. Life is good. Life is good. I think we have a genuine shot at playoffs. I mean, we needed to win this to have a shot, so we have to see now. So at this point, I guess I'll just go for like heat waves. Like that's the 100% accurate. They're probably just rock sliding. I think I'll just try to get the KO with the beam. I could go for the 100% accurate dazzle, but I think I'd rather just risk the hit because I think Ferrothorn wins anyways. Iron defense up. We should be good unless there's like a crazy crit. That's the scary part. But outside of that, I think we're okay. And I think they're just going to go for rock slide. So attacking with Nihilego is correct. Are we going to hit the beam though? Oh, we hit the beam. Okay, this should be a dead Landorus. That's the game, baby. That was a clean 2-0. Really satisfied with how that went. Zapdos was incredible. Exactly how I expected to be. I'm just happy. Well, guys, that's it. That's the draft league. This was week 10, so if I make it to next week, there will be another video of me in the playoffs, which is very exciting. But if not, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll do probably a breakdown vid on my teams and what I learned and like how I approached each week, just like an overall like draft league video. I'll do that regardless. But so you'll see that video if we didn't make it. But if we did make it, get excited, baby. Turtok, he's gonna swim another day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing, wonderful day. I love you all. See you later.